Welcome back, fellow scrubs. This is Mark D. Wiz, and it's another Monday, so that means we're working on Pocket Fighter EX. It's a game that is not sponsored, endorsed, approved of, or any of that of Capcom and SNK. It's a free fan game, it's not for profit, etc., etc. So, with that out of the way, let's dig right in. There we go. Okay, so not a lot has really changed since the last time that we've done this. So I've been sort of refocusing a little bit on getting the YouTube back up to date and other stuff. So, I'm looking for my controller now. Where's my controller? Fuck it, I'll use this one. So nothing's really changed in that regard. We did push out the demo on Tuesday, was it? And so that went out okay. That had the that had the new stage changes that we had. Oh, and that's right. Someone followed during the intro sequence here. Let's see. 07360. 07360. I guess if that's how you want to say it. Thank you. It did not pick this controller up. Oh, it did. Okay, I probably have to remap my controls then, so let's see. This is a direct input controller, so it has a different key binding. And so yeah, see it's all gone now. Down. Left, right, light punch, heavy punch, heavy kick, taunt, pause, and reset. Cool. It's actually using a Super Nintendo controller today. Got one of those USB adapters. Migrate between different controllers when I test the game so that I can basically get a feel for how the game plays on different devices. Whatever. So yeah, the last thing we did was the Anchor Wild. Actually, I did make some changes off stream. That's right. So the current demo out there has this, but the nighttime version got changed so that it also has that scrolling, the same exact scrolling. So that's one thing that changed. Oh man, this is weird with a Super Nintendo controller. I'm just not used to D-pad, man. It is what it is. But yeah, anyway, so I did apply it to this, and then this is also in the current release build. Publicly released build, so it looks cool. It actually looks so low-res smooth that it almost looks like PlayStation 3D type looking stuff. It just got that, like with the dithering and stuff on the trees, that's that checkerboarding pattern. And then just the way that it slides in and out in that kind of like weird awkward way. It looks very PlayStation 1 like, but that's fine. I'm okay with that look. That's fine by me. So yeah, I did get that one, and I did make a few tweaks here and there, but it was nothing too big. Like we had some gaps that were filled in and stuff. So that's pretty much it. And I've been kind of just taking a break to recharge and kind of planning, I suppose, as much as a break as it sounds like. I was doing planning on what to do next. No, like, nose to the ground work. So, that brings us to the thing everybody's been asking for. Do Ken and Terry have an intro together? Well, we finally have sprites for that, so we're gonna go through that, and we'll program that today. So, first things first. I'll probably Will I pull this into a sprite? I don't know. I'm not sure it really needs it. But I do need to make sure that the eyes are green. So why are the eyes green, you might ask? And actually, this is the perfect place to show. So say I want to make Terry's star. Say I want to make it blue. And the jacket's going to be white instead. Or gray. And then the pants are going to be, I don't know, black or gray or something. And we'll have to change this color. Something. I don't know, quick and dirty, something like that. Oh, let me change the background to something else. I'll give it a neutral gray. Okay, cool. I changed Terry's color scheme. And then we'll say, alright, so the green has to get changed to white, right? Because for his eyes. Cool. Okay, cool. We got this very weird and edgy looking but alternate costume color, right? If you don't separate the white from the star and the shoulders, you're gonna end up with shit like this, where he's got blue eyes. So I get that question all the time. Why is his eyes green? It's just an easy way to separate the colors. So, like, when I look at it, yeah, I could make, like, one a different shade of white than the other, but then you might miss it when you're going, you know, to color something. By first glance, you won't notice the error if you happen to use the wrong white. So this way, it's like, oh yeah, green. Green stands out from every other color in his palette. And so it's very easy to identify that, oh yeah, that's the eye. And then if I happen to miss one somewhere, it stands out as, wait, he doesn't have green eyes. Why didn't he have green eyes? Oh yeah, I used the wrong color. So that's why I use that. So we'll just save that quickly. We do have an animated GIF or GIF, or whatever you want to call it. Bring this over. To go by. So this was sprited by, let me make sure I get the name right here, Sid Ninja. And so this was the his first pixel assignment, I guess, with us, and I think it came out pretty good. So we need, where is it now? Oh, here. That's ×4. We'll take the original size. So, yeah, let's throw this in. Here's Photoshop. Makes it easy to see the frame by frame here. Actually, I probably should throw it in the A-Sprite, to be honest. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. What would this look like in A-Sprite? Oh, it does give me all the frames, too. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd probably be an easier way to do it. Oh, you got the mouth movement too now. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So there's a couple tweaks I'm gonna want to make here, but for the most part, pretty good. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna change the background back to neutral. Neutral gray. Okay. So, It looks like, yeah, all these frames are original. I don't think any of them are reused in Terry's normal thing. Now these frames are reused, I believe, from... This is Terry's light kick startup, and this is Terry's walk, but let's verify that that's actually the case. Yeah, so there's this. And the other one I'm positive is that one, so, okay. Okay, so the first thing that pops out to me is little aberrations like this. Well, yeah, the idea is that the shoulder material is coming in. Oh. You know, like it's protruding in, something like that, just like on a small scale. It just makes your shoulder shaping a little strange. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. Yeah, see, he didn't want to encroach on the face too much. But that might also be another problem. In fact, we could transpose the material fluff out the other way. I don't know. That one's tough because it does look. Honestly, it looks better here. Well, let's copy that frame's look here at first. Well, let's take a look. What does Terry's other frames do? Oh, they're pretty wildly frilled, aren't they? Well, sometimes you gotta go bigger than smaller. In order to make something look better. In fact, I might say to raise the shoulder up in its entirety. Hard to say. That frame's not too bad. It is higher though, right? Yeah. I think overall the limb size isn't too bad, but it's a little too much. So here's another one of those aberrations where you've got this protruding spike, and when you look at it far away, it looks like something's popping out of place. So since I think that this limb needs to be slimmed down a little anyway, we'll pop this up one. And then might knock that down. And then do that. Yeah, that's the same on that side. Okay. The head's not bad. I guess he's looking down a little. You know, actually, let me pull up. Wow, I don't have. Oh no, here it is. I have to have this. Yeah, so the original. Yeah, he's kind of looking. He's looking up. Not really looking down. I guess you could argue. Now the ear position does change. So I guess you could argue that held tilt was how it was when he's looking this way. But his ear position actually goes up. I feel like it should just come up a one. Let's see. his hair does pretty well cover that. Maybe something like that. Just kind of shadow out the detail. Yeah, it'll work for now. Or alternatively, his ear is just down farther. Which it kind of is anyway. He's got pointy hair, so I would end that one at a point. Alright, let's see. What's Terry's face look like here? Yeah, that's the funny part, right? Because you don't really see his head from a front view without his hat on. This one's tough because of the way that the hair sort of gets in the way here. You don't want him looking too mean, like this looks like he's really about to kill somebody. But also the neutral expression doesn't do him much favor either. It's tough. Let's look at this angle again. That's pretty dead on, isn't it? Pretty side view. I think that's a little more clear in that way. And that doesn't really give us any room to play with the eyes here, though. It's kind of hard without additional space to really make him look focused and all that. It's dangerous to blonde alone. Yeah, the resolution definitely hinders some of the I kind of feel like his ear needs to be a little more prominent. I think that also means that this needs to get shaped backwards a little bit. I don't like the way that looks, though. Nah, it was okay. The ear seems a little small, but I guess the idea is he's getting covered by the other stuff. I think in general, one of the things we're going to have to really correct and think about is lack of elbow definition. So like there's no bend in the arm here. It's just, there's no bend in the arm. It's just like this one tube, like this bent pool noodle. And that's hard in this style because it's very easy to fall into that. But they do have skeletons, as much as they morph and such during their animations. They do have skeletons in them. They're not pool noodles. So some of this stuff's gonna have to get a little tweaked in that way. And so that's why I made that change here to sort of more imply the elbow here being a thing. You know, they don't use muscle definition on most characters in this style, so it does get a little tricky sometimes to get the right look. And this is hard too. Also, the other thing to consider, and that's why I did backtrack on some of the ear stuff, is because in 3-color mode, you have to make sure all the definition stands out. You know? So that's why I'm like, well, this is gonna have to change here somehow. Maybe that probably be the best route to go. Just kill that part of it. It looks okay in color, but it won't look okay in 3-color. I think for clarity reasons, it's important to keep the 3-color as the basis for all the characters, and then add detail from there. Not only that, but because also the characters have their classic palettes in the game, they do have to conform to that. I don't know about the softer eyes. Part of me wants to change the angle at which the face is at, but like you can make an argument that like you just got a nose or something there, but they don't draw noses like that. What if it was forward more? Man. Oh, hello. The puppy's here. Hello. What are you doing? Come to see me? There you go. Good girl. She comes sit with me when I work sometimes. Yeah, I think these changes are pretty good here. I guess we'll kind of move on. We'll see how it looks in motion, and we'll make corrections after that. So we moved this up a little. I think I removed the pencil here to make sure those weren't the same. Okay, so this one here, man, pocket style is really rough because realistically it's probably more like this, but then you lose your wrist definition a little bit. With how big the arm is outstretched, it should be longer here. And you could make the case that perhaps the opposite could be true, and that this could be shorter. But it looks a little small, especially considering how long the arm is here. If he's got to really reach out. Actually, let's. This is basically what I did. That's a little bit. I did move it back one though. Yeah. Yeah, so it would be this essentially. Then you get the little movement in the shoulder by the rough rotating back a little. Now here, same deal. I think that the shoulder might be a little low, so it's possible that this needs to be bumped up a little. Very common thing when people get into the pocket sprites is that they don't make the They don't make the shoulder high enough. Do you think, like, you know, his shoulder bones here, if it's down another pixel, then it's like in his chest? It's not actually at the top of the torso. You think, like, you know, his body's like this, and the shoulder is attached to that here. I'm using a really terrible color to show this, but, you know what I mean. So, you know, his body's here. The shoulder has to be here. There's the next, like, this is the shoulder area. And then the neck's here. They don't have very big necks, but they're still there. And then, obviously, the head's there. If you put it too low, it just looks disjointed. Oh, you don't gotta... He's missing a pixel up there. Kinda like the way this looks. Oh, you can really shape something based on the end of what it is, so you say, oh, you know, that's just make it blue. You know, okay, that's a thing. This makes it look like a different object. Gives a different bend to it, or this. So if you have, you know, something like this, yeah, you could remove those off the end, but that looks like a different kind of object than this, or this. Gives it sort of a directionality to it. So in this case, it looks like the thumb is not diagonal, but rather bent like this. Versus just out here. Because of that extra pixel, gives that extra bend. One of those little pixel art tricks. Okay, this one, the arm's a little thin. Terry's pretty beefy, so. Now he does have an elbow shape here, but I think we need to transpose it down farther. So something kind of like this. Perhaps. Might have to reshape a few things here. But given that, I think the entire thing has to come in just a bit. And same thing here. No, okay, the shoulders good here. I think because the other ones were lower, that this one should be a little higher anyway. It's kind of like he's raising his arm at this point, which actually might help the whole overall shape. Living the animation director life, doing corrections. Essentially, I mean, I kind of just fell into it, but yeah, it's kind of what happened. It's kind of what I'm doing. It's easier to correct than it is to do your own stuff, though, for sure. Like, way easier. Like, I'm not really good at level design, but I can correct level design. If you have to develop the style and then correct it, like, that's a whole other thing. But since the style's already done for me, I'm on easy street. Like, all I gotta do is look back. Oh yeah, how'd they do it here? Okay, yeah, alright. And then that's it. Alright, then we're just gonna do that here, you know? So I'm on easy street, but man, you got it tough if you gotta do all the actual style and design. Like, that's the murder word. That's the murder life. I'm not really too happy with it, but I think it's at least a little bit better here. Because he's raising his shoulder, part of me wants to like really up the collar and shit, just to get. And he's rotating backwards, so he's gonna be It's tough. Terry's got a lot of elements going on. I do like the hands though. I really don't have to correct any of the hands. Those are pretty good proportions for the style. They're big when they need to be. And that's important. And I guess he brings his shoulder back down because he's going to put his hat on. I would say that this one probably should still be higher because he's still got his arm cranked upward. Oh. Right background color here. I like that. There. Oh yeah, and then the faces have to be. Did I pull that one back already or no? Maybe I did. I have a feeling that like if he's raising his arm, his head's gonna go back even further. If it already isn't, or even up a little. Let's see. Let's see what we can work out. Oh, he just brings it to his head. Yeah, and then on. Okay. Yeah, this thing's actually a little different where it turns his head the other way. But that's fine. And it works out. It's just as well. It's no big deal, right? And then I guess kind of same deal here. Here's the thing. I think that the arm and all this still has to be elevated. Because either one or two things has to happen. Either Terry's head has to go down to meet the hat, or the arm's got to go up with the hat to meet the head. And since that seems to be the direction that he's going with here, I think we're still going to have to amp up the collar and such. And actually, the star should be a little higher here. Maybe remove that pixel. This one's a little tough. Just to kind of like that it's actually pulled up a little. Because you see this gets pulled up on the side here where this part was straight. This one gets pulled up. So the whole thing implies the whole jacket's moving up anyway. So I think that all sort of fits. And yeah, do this. I would say that this should be even farther back at this point. I can give him. That's gonna be straight up. Kind of like that, I guess. I think, yeah, I think the head here is going to be get all the pixels. Yeah. And so this also needs to go back. And we have to fill this back. Something's different here, something not right. Yeah. Actually probably should be there. This one here. Yeah, that helps kind of like ground the eye a little. And it's tough, you never see Terry's eyebrows in any other frames. Like seriously. He's always got that hat on. And when he doesn't have the hat on, and he's got, oh, that's a mistake right here. Yeah, well, I'll have to make sure to we'll make sure to update that later. trying to see, is there any front view without his hat on? He always gets like surprised look. Yeah, he's always facing away when he doesn't have the hat. That's funny. Oh, I see. He based that one frame off of this one. But that's funny. They don't give him the spiky hair here either. It's really curled in. Huh. That's funny. Yeah, you don't see him ever without his hat for the most part. This is probably about as close as you get. And it's the surprised look, so I don't even know. Because their eyes are wider in the surprised look than normal. I'm trying to get a gauge on what his eyes are really supposed to look like without the hat. If they're supposed to be taller or not. Like, are they only short because the hat makes them short? So I guess the best look we have is this, and they are a little more round. Though he is looking upward. So it might be the case that Terry's eyes are a little more like this, but man, that's tough because that's tough, man. Like, he's got such weird eyes. Like, yeah, right here, they're not really, they're kind of unobscured here, and they're still pretty thin. I don't know. I swear to God. You can make the argument that his eyes are more like that. But, I don't know, don't look quite as good. He's definitely looking up. Or forward, rather. He's not looking up or down. Makes it a little rough here. I don't know, just kind of messing with it here, and I don't really see anything that looks better. Oh well, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's just not enough. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Not enough room to work with. See, they gotta, like I said, change proportion to get different perspective on it or something, but yeah. Alright, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so here, again, Pocket Style doesn't have a, they don't use muscle definition. Or even, like, lines for very much in that case. So I'm gonna move this whole thing up. Like this, I think, instead. To kind of compensate for that. I mean, you can kind of imply the shape here. Man, this one's hard. Because again, they don't usually do stuff like that. You can kind of get a sort of implied shape just based on, like, the way this is. Just kind of messing around with it quick. You don't really like that. It's getting noodly. I don't know. I'm afraid that if I move this down any farther, it kind of loses the muscle here. That's not terrible. It kind of follows suit with this, although this looks scrawny now. I suppose that these two are going to be sister frames very much in the sense that if the elbow bends in one, that it's not going to, they're going to have to be about the same size in how the arms are. What's his arm thickness look like here? Yeah, it can be kind of thin. He does have bend lines here. Maybe we can get away with it. See, Terry is also very much an aberration in the style as well, and that his conventions don't necessarily match the rest of the cast. He was actually the first. He might actually possibly be the first sprite they've ever done in pocket style. So they've evolved the style over the years in various ways. But so here, this one's tough. Like, if you add any kind of line here, it gives muscle definition, but I don't think it really needs it. The shape is pretty inherent in itself, but the arm arguably could be a little thick based on what we saw on the sheet. But this causes problems, so it is the same. It's the same line. From here to here. Which means the bottom needs to come up instead. I think also part of the problem is that we don't see the full cuff on the bottom here. Ooh. Grab it all. This actually might have to come in a little. Might actually have to go up. Just a bit. And so we'll correct this like that. No, that's the same arm angle as the other one, so that's not gonna work. It's gonna have to be something like that. And I think it's gonna have to bend in even further. Which just causes a problem here, but we'll address that in a minute. And then hey, what's up? Something about this little corner here bugs me. What does it look like when he takes his hat off? Does it look like that? Oh, it does. I think they shaped it like that because of they needed to show the glove too. So in 3-color style, the thing is that it's gonna look like this. So I think this was more of a concession made for the shaping of it in 3-color, as opposed to how it should be shaped, because the red's just gonna blend in with the rest of it. So I'm going to make the decision to fill out the cap a little bit. Yeah, I guess that follows what they've had there. So, there. And that gives it a little more structure, I think. Me? I'm full of coffee and I'm very tired, but I'm here. Otherwise, good. Okay, let's reshape. What's going on here? I wonder about this. No. I guess that'll have to be like that. maybe just a little bit. Yeah, since I changed that up there. Yeah, straight out like that is better. I almost wonder if this frame is even necessary. I guess we'll find out when we sequence it. Part of me just thinks just going from here to here, like he's like just really, you know, picking it up. Let's see. Now CBS2 of course will have a higher frame count in general, but okay, yeah, he does hold it out and grab it. Alright, whatever. We'll do it. Are you snoring? Yeah, it's the dog. I remember when we were playing Resident Evil, somebody's like, "What's that farting sound?" And I'm like, "That's the dog snoring." It might sound like a fart. I don't know if it'll pick it up at the desk like this. Probably not. I'm looking at the spectrograph. Yeah, I don't see it. It's funny. Liar, it's you shitting. Yeah, I'm sitting right here at my desk shitting myself. That's what I do every day, right? Hey, might happen. I'm drinking coffee. Coffee makes me go. It's nature's best unblocker. Actually, only some people get that effect with coffee, where it makes you go. Like in a good way, in the solid way, not the liquid. This is getting real gross all of a sudden. By the time you get done with the stream, the toilet needs its own toilet. That's mean, man. That's looking mean. Alright, so the next one here, this is the correct idea, but I think the shaping's gonna have to change a little here. The correct idea that, yeah, the shoulder comes down because he's like, yeah, he puts it down, puts the hat down on him. So everything's got to come down a little bit, although it's down too far. Let's do it this way. I'm worried about the arm bend angle. It's really tough with these proportions, though. I can see why it was done the way it was. But, yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna have to obscure a bit of this. Which means I think the angle might have to change down. And then the angle of the arm has to come down. Because right now it's just too far. It's too far up. Let's selectively move these up a little. It's gonna have to be something more along the lines of this. Yeah, that's the thing. Now look at he's really got the noodle arm now. That's the thing. Yeah, he's definitely. It's gonna end up more or less like this. Yeah. All right. He's still got the, like, his shoulders are down too far thing, so, yeah, let's correct the shoulder first here. And that will probably guide the rest of it here. Yeah, this is the problem. So to kind of like compensate for this, we need to do something else. The rest here. Like the hand's good for this angle, but I think, I don't know, because the arm can be a little more outstretched here, I think it actually helps the posture in this case. Might be why they did that the way they did. Yeah, I don't want to change too much about the hand because I really like it, but I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice here. It's gonna have to come down like this. And then something like that. His normal intro? Yeah, okay. Like here's his, because he's using a different arm here when he throws the hat. There really isn't many analogous ones here. And this is really the arm from the other angle doing kind of the same thing, but that's Raito's thing. I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, he doesn't really have any analogous frames to that. Just not. See, like I said, the shoulder has to be lower here. He's basically doing the same thing here, but the shoulder has to be lower. Or not shoulder, I mean the arm has to go down lower like that. And that's basically what I'm doing here. Just not with the same amount of success, perhaps. Still a bit much. Pretty much. The part of the problem is how do you represent the arm bend? Just afraid that the whole angle here is just kind of got to change a little. So let's re-examine this. Perhaps split it like this instead. Then we can move the whole thing in. Something like that. And it's better, but not really where I want it yet. That's not too bad. Like that. Elbow does bother me though. Something like that. That's... Nah, because then that implies that the arm's going this way, but then it's really going this way. So it has to have this wider base to it. Perhaps even wider yet, in order to really get the idea that the arm's going the other direction. But it kind of destroys the shape of it. Like, it looks too long in that regard. It really needs to just kind of come in from that perspective. And that's not terrible. Well, it's not too bad. I should not Not bad at all. You could argue that the fingers may not be in the right spots here. That's actually pretty decent. It's got a few problems here, but it's not too egregious. I think that perhaps the hand itself has to be enlarged in other areas to sort of compensate. That's actually not too shabby. Yeah, alright, we'll go with that. See how it looks. It's not perfect, but... Okay, so... just kind of copy the shoulder wholesale here. Because it comes down to being that. Let's remove this. Oop. Wrong button. Remove this part here. Graft the arm onto here. And then we'll kind of like realign this based on this. So something like that. Okay. And then we'll kind of fill in the gaps. So his arm needs to sort of come down a little anyway. In this kind of manner. And so probably, I don't know if his shoulder should shorten like that. Feels like this should come down here. Yeah, like he's fitting it on. He's fitting it. Yeah, something like that. I don't look half bad. I don't look half bad. So, okay. Oh, the star pattern here is not right. Not for this pose at least. It's gotta be up a little. You see the jacket raises up and then back down. Alright, that's not bad. I think Terry's corrections are pretty much done then. And these two are reused frames, so we don't worry about those. In fact, just to mark them off. Do we have a dark gray or something? Yeah, green, whatever. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It doesn't look too bad in stills and motion. It could be a whole nother story, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Alright, so Ken, Mr. Masters. So he has a different posture. I actually had a bunch of people try to replicate this, but it didn't seem to come out too well in pocket style with him bending like that, so... This one might be a little harder to pull through. I think this might have to be redone here. It looks like... Let me use Terry's green, it'll pop out on this. So the arm shape really is like this, and it's like his shoulders up here, I guess? And it looks like the angle of it makes it look like it's doing something a little higher. A little strange, where I would expect it to be, you know, something like that. I mean, obviously there should be a bend or something because of the arm length isn't too high. But this kind of angle is a little strange. And yeah, his shoulder does come up to here, but there's no supporting red around it, you know? Maybe that could just be the issue in itself. But that also looks strange, so I think that's going to have to get redone. Which, again, what I was going to get to anyway, was the fact that the frames, the flow of motion here, is from here to here, so it's coming this way. And this doesn't really do anything to sell that. It should be somewhere here. So like the hand is coming up. And then he throws it out. So, and you see that all follows this line here. So that's all right. It's really, this one's the aberration. You go from here to here, you should end up somewhere here. And they kind of do that here, because you see it's between his legs, and then he pulls it back. So that's his line of motion here. But this doesn't really do anything to sell that line of motion from here to here. And this would be the perfect place to do it. So we'll do something with that. And then the only other thing, because Ken's pretty good, the only thing that is just addressing the noodle factor here. Where this is just a noodle line. Like if this was just like an in-between smear or something, that's one thing, but he's actually holding this position, so it needs to be a bit more. You need some elbow in there. Other than that, it's not too much to do, but I think the big ticket's gonna be getting this one right. So let's work on it. First and foremost, just getting rid of the arm. And then we'll have to kind of think about how we want this to look. It's going to be something like in between here, so the arm's going to be somewhere here. As he picks it up and then kind of stands up on it. So this could be weird because crossing the body with the arm and the pocket style is actually really tough. Really tough. In fact, it already looks wrong. Thinking maybe to go out here and then come back in just slightly. And then the glove starts here. It's actually not terrible. And then the glove will have to be kind of down here. With the hands here. Something kind of like that. And so he's holding it with his fingers. This one's gonna be tough. Like how's the hat gonna look here? Oh, it actually picked it up by like... Yeah, it's kind of weird. They positioned it a little strange, but... Oh, this is funny. It looks like it's actually using Ken's palette here. Or Ken and Terry's palette is the same. That's funny. Yeah, I think it has to be using Terry's palette because it uses the blue. Yeah, because, yeah, if you pick a different color for Terry, then the hat has to change color too. So it's probably using Terry's palette. Just Terry's and Ken's palette seems to be almost identical. It's funny. Cheat and let the hat block his arm or hand for the shaping. I'll be honest, the hand shaping is probably not going to be the hard part here. It's going to be how... Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The hat needs to be like here at this point. Like, to be honest, like this frame is actually probably what should be here. Which would, yeah, it would actually end up locking the hand. And then this here should probably be this frame, to be honest. So, what frame is that? It's an upside down version of this one, looks like. So, yeah, it looks like that one should be that one. This one should be this one. Yeah, it does end up covering most of it. And... well, let's see. Oh, it just shows them already with it in hand. Well, that makes me wonder. Let's look at... if we can find it. Hey, there it is. Capcom fans love cataloging this kind of stuff. SNK fans don't seem to touch it too much. Oh, come on, zoom out. It's lagging the shit out of everything. Alright, and then we'll go into theater mode. Okay. Oh no, Kentucky, they know where I am! Oh, thanks. Is this it? Yep. Okay. Wow, that was quick too. Rewind here. Oh yeah, he's already bent down. So that's just the way it is. Oh god, look at the hat move before Ken's hand gets to it. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It's actually a little out of sync. Look at that! Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Okay, so when Terry throws his hat, it doesn't end up upside down. But when Ken picks it up, it's already upside down. Yeah, I don't know. Well, see, the other thing is, too, here in Pocket Fighter, the intro timings are a little different. So if we show this, you'll see that they're standing there for a second before they do their thing. Like, they can start on their own, but... let's see if we do these ones. Yeah, I guess Ken can stand in this position, because we're gonna need time for the hat to travel. So he can probably be in this position when the curtain rises. So to speak. If you want to... like, I call it the load veil, but you could call it the curtain. If you did take the game world, the presentation, you know, you viewing it from the camera, you can think of it as a stage play. So when the curtain rises, Ken's already in this pose and stands up and does this thing. So, yeah. Yeah, he is holding it like this, in this position. Okay, let's backtrack on these, putting these sprites in, because we have to make it, like, you know, different for the hand and all that. So what bugs me the most right now is the angle of the arm here. It needs to come out and in. So something like that. I think that actually looks pretty decent, to be honest. And then the hand's gonna get covered up here anyway, so we're not gonna get too worried about it, but yeah, you could probably say that the glove would be sideways here. And that the hand would be here. And he'd be, you know, grabbing it. Kind of like that. I'm not gonna worry too much because the hat's probably gonna hide some of that. But it would be something kind of close to this. This would have to be straight like that. Perhaps that. And then there, something like that. I think we have to also sell the fact that the arm's over the knee here, it's over the leg. So this also probably has to come down, kind of exemplify that. Yeah, the arm's down over this here. The knee is not in charge. The arm is in charge. That's not terrible. So, like I said, because the hat's going to cover a lot of it, it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. And yeah, if anything, it's gonna look kind of like that. Yeah. So from here to here, and this will have to change. Okay. I believe all these sprites are in the game, however, some of them will have to change a little bit, like when he's grabbing onto them like this. So, let's see. Is this actually represented up here or not? Oh, it's this one, but it is edited upon a little bit. Well, might as well just cut it out here at this point. So we've got it. What did I want to do with this one? Rotate to the right, 90... No, that doesn't work. Yeah, it's hard to... I don't think this would rotate properly. Any other way. Yeah, you can only do it 90 increments. It would have to remain at this angle like this. Maybe. try and see what it looks like. And we'll keep an example on hand to refer to. Something like that. What'd I do? What'd I do? There we go. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, he's got two different frames here. One's a little down, but one's a little up, like this. Though it's not quite the same, but... I'm not satisfied with it. Let's see then. It's a little down. Might look a little better, but... I don't know. Let's see. Like, I like the angle here, but like more like in this direction. If I could reverse this, perhaps. Like, it would have to go down. Or something like this. Rotating it's going to make it really down that way. Okay, just going to get that. Let's see. Let's move this. Yeah, let's get this out of it. This is the original. The new original. Probably to make up for interlacing back in the day. Oh no, where did you say that one? Oh, you mean the fact that it's offset from the position? I think they just didn't sync it right. It was probably just off by one tick and it was so fast no one noticed. It's actually quite amazing when you think about how much time they had to make some of these games. With all these characters and all the changes and the art and all that. They've only had like a year and a half maybe to make CVS 2. Like it's a really rapid schedule. Do you think CVS came out in 2000 or 2001 and CVS 2 came out in like 2002? A lot of shit like that just gets overlooked. Think of how many goddamn characters that CVS 2 has? Man, like that's crazy. Like, yeah, okay. I mean, I program and design the characters alone, and sure, it takes me a long time to do them, but even with help, man, like, the amount of characters that they add so quick, or even like with KOF, programming all those characters on a yearly basis, like, I can't even imagine how maddening that is. Because I'm pretty sure their staffs are not exorbitantly big. I'm pretty sure they've got their own fair share of shit to deal with. And crunch and all that. Like, it's nuts. I don't even want to think about it. I really don't. Fuck it. There we go. This is how we do it. Yeah, baby. We're gonna cheat the fuck out of this. There we go. Oh. Actually, that's not what I want, right? I want to reverse this. So, you have the... Except like this. Yay! Cheap it out. Cheap that fucking thing right out. There we go. Oh boy, oh, it's super god awful. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That looks like almost like a dinosaur or something. Fuck me. Alright, well, I ain't so good at drawing hats here, so oh, he's got special hats up here too. Oh, it's the same one as this. Just afraid that this swinging down and up, because this is swinging down to here, as opposed to already being down here. Oh, what happened? What? Oh, no. As opposed to this already being down here and then moving up through here. That's what I want to achieve. So, I don't know. Something like this. Okay. Fuck it, whatever. We'll just do it. We'll just fucking do it. That's what you gotta do. When there's nothing left to do, you just do it. Here I am drawing hats. I don't know how to draw hats. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, and then something like this. It goes almost all the way down, doesn't it? I don't really like the way that works. No, it's more square. Actually, yeah, okay, so what they do is they give the hat shape up here, making this, like, squarey. Kind of like that, except that's too far out, so it's gotta come in. Kind of like that-ish. You see how they use this here? This implies the top of the hat with this line, the way that they curve it. And I don't really have that going on here. Which actually would end up more like this. Then this goes down lower in most cases too. Oh man, the whole fucking thing's fucked up, man. Something. There we go. Thinking the outline. That always helps. Fuck it. Alright. Something like that. And then he's got like a line here. And then shading. That's a pretty shitty hat, but I think the problem is that the front part here is not up enough. It's not got a lot of top curvature here. And then it's gonna come back down. Yeah, something like that. We're getting there a little bit by a little bit. It's not long enough. This also should be a little thinner. Not a complete travesty, but it's not the angle I was looking for either. I don't know. Just as is, let's see what it looks like in the hand. Yeah, it's not really what I want. Not what I want. I need this, but backwards. Think. No, yeah, I need this as is, but then with this kind of bill on it. Alright, maybe that'll give me a better foundation to start with. It's not really how they do it, is it? It's more like this, I guess. I don't feel like it's tall enough. Drawing hats is a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's okay-ish. I think this actually has to come in harsher. And then something like this. Ish. Anything needs to follow whatever curve the front has here. No, sir, I don't like it. Alright, let's get rid of the mangled mess here. actually. Might be more like this. It's not perfect, but I think it does look better at least. And then perhaps should be just a little more here. Nope. I don't know. Is it good enough? I have to have a real artist touch this one up. But anyway, the angle should be a bit better. And then when he swings through, you know, it'll swing along this line. I think it's decent enough. At least just to get in there. So, here. I kind of wonder if his hand should come down a little more. Something like that. So let's put this down here. What if it were more like this? This would have to be up a little. But then it kind of more conforms to the bill of the hat here. I'm not completely in love with it, but it's not terrible maybe. And then this has to come in on this one. Let's see. I got a bad hat here. Oh. Something like that. And then, so that looks like what here? Yeah, that's not bad. I kind of like it. So let's fill in the dot here. Put this one off to the side as the original, in case we need it. And we'll redo hat position. one of my favorite tracks from the EX series. I think it's on a range only. I'm not sure if it was actually in one of the games. Okay, and then you stay there. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. So the only thing left to do... Well, I want to touch the mouth up a little bit. Because it doesn't seem to have a lot of foundation here. Like, this works here. But this one might have to be like that instead. It's got to have some bracing to it. Otherwise, the colors here don't mean too much. Especially if you go for the 3-color. Then see how it looks a bit strange. Looks like lipstick or something. So it needs some kind of framing here. So what I do, I did this, right? Yeah. And that should sort of kind of give that structure to it. Yeah, see why I put that line, an extra pixel there to make the line longer. Okay. Let's replicate that change up here. I guess we could add these ones down here because they're not actually attached to any hats, so let's see. So the main problem here, like I said before, is the noodling of the arm. So it's gonna have to essentially come in a bit like this. It's gonna look a little strange, so we're gonna have to jimmy with it a little. In which case, I think it should come in one. Like the hands a little off. Like it should be like this. So either this has got to get filled out a little more, but then the wrists don't look right. Something like that. Let's see. He's got like 2 fingers out on here, right? Oh, it's really outstretched though, too. So it's actually more... It's more like the elbow starts here and goes in. Or not even. It's more like outstretched here and then go up. Kind of like this. Maybe able to just simplify to this. Which, yeah, now you're getting noodle territory again. Which means this needs to exaggerate a little higher to make sure that bend is noticeable. I think I know what's bugging me about the wrist. It's this. Let's try this. And then let's hold the other finger in like it showed. These ought to be a little bigger to read better. This will just have to be down farther. Something like that. Yeah, by the way, this is where the menu theme came from. It's EX3. It's actually really hard to make a finger. God damn. Problem. More so this. It's not looking like it's coming from the rest of the hand, right? It's arguable that these might actually need to be a little bigger too. Kind of sell the fact that they're the ones being tossed out. I only got 3 fingers, so it's a little strange too, but... Also, this was the original selection for the select screen. Again, EX3. Let's see. I just need a permanent look at this thing, so let's put this over here. Alright, we don't need to know what that is. Because this is pocket style, I feel like these need to be a little thicker. Something like that. I don't know. I'm no good at hands. No good at hands. Hands is hard. Help, help. Help, hands. Help, it's hands. I can't. I feel like I'm not far off. I just don't know what else to do with it. It's a pain in the ass. It's better, but it's not, I don't like it. It's not good enough to use. It's not good enough. not right. Let's a little better. Yeah, this is where my lack of arting really comes in. I don't know nothing about no fucking hands. Don't know nothing about no fucking hands. Yeah, I don't know. It's mangled. I guess we'll just go with the original hand. I really don't know how to do this. Hands is hard. This is really hard. I feel like I'm not far off, but I just don't know what to do from here. What do Ken's hands look like in other poses here? You don't usually see like his open hand at all. Oh, they don't even seem to do any sort of glove. Now this one was done not by SNK, this one we actually had made. So that shows like an actual glove, but yeah, his hands actually don't really show any gloves, do they? They kind of darken it, but they don't. This one does. This one shows glove. Yeah, it's a little weird. Like they kind of selectively omit it. For clarity, maybe, in some cases. That one we had done, so it don't count. Oh yeah, no, they show it here. Wait a minute. Is that the same hand? Almost. It's like a reversed version of it. Yeah, it's just a rotated version of that hand, isn't it? Oh, that's funny. You sneaky bastard. You sneaky bastard. Yeah, that's what he did. He rotated that hand. God damn it. Alright. Fair enough. See, hands is hard. Nobody knows how to do hands. They just copy hands from other poses. It's fine. Ah, fuck me. Feeling like that should be down like this. Not that that's how it's necessarily in the original, but it just feels like that's right for pocket style. And then this all has to then come down just a little bit. It's always these hands tripping me up, man. Huh, that's better. Not quite right, but it's better. I don't know. Every adjustment I make just makes it worse in some ways. Maybe better in others, but worse in some ways. I don't know. I don't know. It's not completely fucking dog shit, but it's kind of close to it, isn't it? It stinks like it. May not look exactly like it, but it stinks like it. That's bad enough. Is it perhaps just too big? That's better. So the real problem here now is this finger. It just doesn't look right. It's not. And because I shortened those, I wonder if these also will have to be shortened a little. Any hand experts out there? Help, help, help. Mark needs help. Kind of seems like every time I move that one, I've got to move this one in with it, but then it never looks quite right. I guess this like middle finger should be the longer one too. Maybe. Oh, that looks a little better. Kind of. Oh, wait, maybe we're getting something now. We're getting somewhere now. That's a little better. I'm not sure I can explain why, but it is. That's extended out. This was better. This was better. Jeez, we spent all the time trying to make adjustments here. It's already 9. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's a good thing I said the patron build was going to go out on Tuesday. Not Monday night, 'cause I don't think I'm gonna need the extra time. I think the thumb is worse than it was. Yeah, so this being that is fine. Not really sure what to think about the thumb. That helps a little bit. So I think the problem here, like, there's a clear shape here of, like, this part, but I don't have that here, per se. Like, this is, okay, this is the thumb area here, and then having this here really helps that. Like, this is the finger continuing on into the glove. I don't know if you can say that maybe the fingers are not long enough yet. Yeah, that actually doesn't look terrible. I think part of the problem is having the realistic handband here really muddles the details. It's a little, maybe a little too complicated. It's hard to tell. That's not terrible. I don't know. I mean, it's not awful. Something doesn't strike me quite so right. Maybe we need more here. That actually does look better. Having a little more down on it. You kind of see that where it takes up a lot of his arm, actually. So maybe we got a little bit of room to expand on the thumb area. Something like this. It's not terrible. Actually, it looks a lot better. Needed to go out that pixel, but I don't think it needed to go down. Nah, he's got no arm again. You know what? I don't think his shoulder is high enough. That might be part of the problem here. Yeah. He's really got to throw his shoulder up. adjust it later here, but yeah, his shoulder's pretty high here. It's higher than this, only because it's covered by the cloth a little. So that helps that. Something along those lines. It looks a little too high now. So he might have to get this. Hey, it's that song. Yeah, something like that. Do 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 do. Time for a Max cameo. Yeah. Anybody got Max emotes? Throw them in chat. Put a beard on Ken. Alright, okay. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Shit, I mean, I've sprited Max before. I'm gonna do it. Hold on. This is dangerous. Let's see. Maximilian, dude. See if we get a good picture of him. Okay. Copy. There we go. Oh, he's got like brown hair too. He's got hair that goes down farther. Alright, let's see. Beard wise, I don't know how well this is gonna turn out, but something like this, I guess. Oh wait, I guess it would be kind of like a sideburn thing? I'm just gonna embarrass myself doing this, but fuck it. The hair's kind of going over the ear here. I don't know, something like that. It's not too bad, I guess. Yeah. Max does not approve. Aww. Yeah, something like that. There you go. That works. I know they've had, somebody made a Street Fighter 5 mod with them, and I wonder if they kept the hair yellow or not. Still kind of works. Yellow don't work for the beard though, it's too close to the skin color. I don't know, something like that. There you go. That's the Max color. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I was thinking too. A dirty blonde. That would work. Alright. I don't know. What do you think about the hand? Since you're here, Larry. I think it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not wide enough? Yeah, for this one here. This hand. This is the old frame. This is the new frame. So this doesn't animate from 1 to 2. This just, we're working on this one in isolation. It would go from here to here. No, actually, this one's, the hat's gonna change here anyway. We're trying to make it more like the CVS version here. Which, I guess, I think it should be out if you can't shade it. Oh. So you mean something... something like this? Kind of like that? Is that what you... I mean, I obviously have to refine it a little, but is that... Or do you mean out, like literally out? Well, yeah, this obviously, but... I don't know how far you are behind. So did you mean that one or this one? You can only bend it inward correctly with shading. So let's say this is, just for lack of confusion, this is 1. And I think I erased the other one by doing that. I erased the other one by right. You're fine with jutting forward. 1. Okay. Got it. Oh, no. Oh, I screwed it up. I undid the whole fucking thing. Alright. Well, it had to be refined anyway, so. Fuck. Now I fucked it all up, didn't I? Shit. I had it, and now I fucked it up. No. Yeah, I fucked it all up. I don't even know what the fuck I had before. That's great. Yeah, I went too far back and then I made a move, so it erased the history. Fuck me. Okay, well, basic idea was... Let's try this again. Basic idea would have been something like this, I guess. That looks fucking terrible. That looks really fucking... That looks like Gonzo's nose. God damn it. Oh, good job, Mark. You fucked the whole thing up. I'm probably gonna have to go back into the stream. I'm gonna have to go back into the stream recording when it's done to figure out what the fuck I did with that hand. Make it straight. Alright, make it straight. That was too big, but well, correct. Oh god, that looks terrible. God damn it. I fucked it all up now. I have no idea what it's doing. Now I'm just pissed off. Actually, that's not really dog shit. Probably add in the band of flesh here too at this point. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's the motto of the stream. What the fuck are you doing? I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I wing it, and when it looks good, it looks good. And when it looks bad, it looks bad. Oh, that's not too awful. Oh, God. Ah, it's floundering now. Like, if I make it straight, it's gotta be as big as the other ones, though, right? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I feel like something's wrong here. But I don't know if that's just because it's wrong here and therefore everything else looks wrong, or what. This gotta have a preview, right? Window. Is there a preview window? Going out and in, out and in, out and in. Doesn't look like it. Toolbars. Tools? Preview? Overview. Whoop. I don't know if it'll let me zoom in or not. Just needs a pixel of separation between the middle finger and pinky vertically. Like that? Like that. Or both. Pixel of separation between middle finger and pinky vertically. So vertically is this. I'm assuming it's that one then. I think. Doesn't look like it make a huge difference though. I'm not sure I'm smart enough to understand the instructions. That did help. Okay. That was me saying I wasn't reading chat. It sounded like I was reading chat because I was droning off. But no, that's me saying I'm not smart enough to understand the instructions. Yeah, that's not terrible, I guess. And then so, and then this one has a different mouth. Oh, and I like this frame here. It kind of works out pretty good, actually. Makes me almost think that this should be a little straighter. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Fuck that one. like that. Nah, that bill's not right. You're not even gonna see the bill anyway, so fuck it. That one. Yeah, we do need to separate this to get the hat. I don't think we need that. Let's frame 1, 2. Change that one. So it's now. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. So let's copy that out. Okay. Alright, this is the original, this is the cut. This is, yeah, that is the next frame. Okay, and so that's how they're cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he throws it out. Cool, I think we're okay. I think we're in good shape. One thing I might want to change is bringing this down. Just doesn't look quite right being so high because of just the way the shoulder is. I think also, like I said before, the other problem was that there was no actual shoulder around it, so it looked a little strange. Actually, it's the billow out because that's his chest. Either that goes away or these both come in. It looks a little stubby. It looks weird now, too. Feels like it should be outstretched for it. More like this. And this should be kind of like more straight, not bent. I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Gotta take his head with him. He's got a couple of them. It's not right. It should. Like, where's his shoulder? Like, I get that he's bending down, but if he's gonna bend down like that, his arm's gonna have to, like, come back up here. His head would have to come down. And then this would be more outstretched here. I don't know. The frame just doesn't really work too well. Yeah, that's the time up, but we ain't done yet. Alright, let's backstep, backstep, backstep. To undo all the franking I did. I don't know, fuck it, we'll leave it for now. Overtime, a little bit. I don't know. I guess we're pretty much done with the pixel. It'll take a long time to sequence though. I would have needed at least half the stream to sequence it. I didn't expect the corrections to take this long. So we might just have to pack it up and that be that. But it came out pretty good with all the corrections considered. Like, I'm pretty happy with how some of the poses came out here after adjustment. I do like that we have more of the classic CVS hand going on now. What does he say? He's like, Sorayo. And he tosses it. I'm not sure what that means, but it's just classic, man. Classic Ken and Terry. I think it'll look decent in motion. Yeah, I think that's where we'll end it then. I don't see anything else that really needs super adjustment. This might be okay, because like with the hat and all, it's not too bad. And then he's gonna stand up pretty quick anyway. Yeah. Toss it. Sorayo. I think Terry just goes and puts it back on. That's cool. Alright, yeah. Alright, we'll end it there. I think we did good. And so I'll put this in between tonight and tomorrow, and so we'll have the patron weekly build exclusive for patrons out on Tuesday, probably late Tuesday. And then yeah, we'll have that out probably late Tuesday to give me time to sequence it and test it and all that, because I'm gonna have to write a couple scripts to handle the hat traveling from one hand to another and stuff like that. So we'll say that that's the timeline for it. And then so Thursday I'll be back with the Retro Mansion platforming game, and then Friday we're going to finish Link's Awakening off, and hopefully that printer paper comes in time, and see if that works. I think I found a roll that should work, and it's also sticker paper, just like the original Game Boy printer paper. So we'll finish Link's Awakening off. We're pretty much at the end. Then Saturday we'll continue. Yeah, that's Friday, and then Saturday we'll continue Resident Evil 2, which again we might actually be close enough to the end to actually get through that. So we can wipe those two off the list, and then we can pick another game. So, now I know Saturday's game's going to be spooky, because we're headed into October, right? So, I know Amber wants to play all the spooky games, and I got some Castlevania on the schedule, and she wants to play Silent Hill 2 with me, since I haven't played that before, and I guess we'll see what happens there, and that's it. So, as I mentioned, the stream is patron sponsored. You can get advanced builds, like beta builds, you get code samples, that kind of stuff, and we do have patrons. The top level ones that I have to read off, or rather have to, but I have the pleasure of reading off. So we've got Zombie Killer, we've got Corporal Chungus, got Jerry Berry, Mike Cruz, Taryn Williams, AJ, and Bryce Nagalino. So you are the top patrons, the generals in the Scrub Army, so thank you very much for your generous support. And if you want to yell at me on Twitter, I have that down below. If you want to yell at me in real time on Discord, I got that down below. So that's pretty much it. So Scrub out. I'll see you guys Thursday. Adios.